my friends, a few days ago we went to Osuna for a weekend break. It's a small town in the province of Sevilla, southern Spain. We started our trip from Gibraltar and chose a route through Marbella. According to Google Maps, it was the shortest, only 200 kilometers, and fastest, only 2 hours 45 minutes away compared to other routes. In reality, it took us 5 hours. First, we had 1.5 hours delays at the border between Gibraltar and Spain due to a big queue because it was a long weekend holiday. Second, we had a stop at Burger King for a quick lunch. Driving to Osuna was very easy. The roads are good, not very windy and picturesque. We left Gibraltar at 12 p.m. and arrived to Osuna around 5 p.m. Our hotel in Molina located 1 kilometer away from the center, and it was not my first choice. I wanted to stay right in the middle of Osuna. Unfortunately, most preferred hotels were fully booked. But I have to say, this 2-star hotel did not disappoint us. Well, except an outdoor pool, which looked so inviting in the pictures, was closed due to being off-season. Other than that, I think it deserves more than just 2 stars. The hotel is charming, very clean, with spacious rooms, good free Wi-Fi, parking on site, with lift, small garden and a restaurant. I couldn't find anything to complain about. Okay, maybe just one more thing. There is no kettle in the room. But hey, how many crazy people like us would like a hot drink when it is plus 40 centigrades, 100 Fahrenheit outside? Yes, you heard it right. Sevilla is the hottest city in Spain, maybe even the whole of Europe, and Osuna is only 90 kilometers away. Well, during our stay it was about 30 centigrades. After a short rest, we decided to go for a walk in town and find a place to eat. We ended up at Plaza Mayor and had our dinner at a restaurant with the same name. What a great lucky dip it was! Good food, service and reasonable prices. Next day we started with a typical Spanish breakfast of bread, tomatoes, jamón and coffee at a cafe near our hotel. Then we drove to Petra of Andalusia, the most impressive site of Osuna in my opinion, which is only a few minutes away from the center. The quarry's official name is Cota de la Canteras, and the stones have been used for building purposes since before the Roman occupation. It's said that wild bears used to go here to drink water in Roman times, which also resulted in the name Osuna. Oso means bear in Spanish. A small garden, the Valley of the Kings of Egypt. Hewn from the sandstone is littered with monumental sculptures in the style of ancient Egypt, but that are in fact copies of original Turdetani art, except up to 5 times the original size. An inscription on a panel on one of the sculptures gives the real date of origin 2006. The mausoleum-like structure with 2 huge reliefs guarding the entrance is an auditorium created by extracting stone from inside the hill. The reliefs are copies, again 5 times life size, of Turdetani symbols that were found at a nearby necropolis. They show figures in the style of dress used by the Turdetani, blowing cornets or horns used by the Roman army. The originals are in the Archaeological Museum in Madrid. The auditorium itself is a cathedral-sized chamber some 25 meters high. It can hold up to 1,400 people, making it the largest natural auditorium in Spain. It is used for weddings, concerts and special events. After spending some time at the site, we went to see some other remains and later in the day the necropolis nearby. Before lunchtime, we decided to browse the streets of Osuna, looking for the most beautiful street in Europe. Well, one of them, according to UNESCO heritage, Calle de San Pedro, where you can admire the 18th century palaces with impressive Baroque-style facades. What a beauty! The facades are real pieces of art. Unfortunately, you can't visit them all except the Palace of the Marquises of La Gomera, which now serves as a hotel and gained its fame after the Game of Thrones crew stayed there during filming in Osuna in 2014. There are also other interesting buildings in surrounding streets. We found beautiful 16th century church at Plaza de Rodriguez Marin, Bear Roundabout, Park and Plaza de Toros, where Daenerys called for Drogon to save her from the Sons of the Harpies' unexpected attack in Daznak Spit. The ring was closed and we went for lunch. After a short rest, we had some ice cream and headed to the museum, which is located on Calle Sevilla. Here we looked at some art, learned about history of Osuna and had fun by taking some pictures with a White Walker. There is a good collection of Game of Thrones materials like photos, costumes, artwork, helmets, shields and replica weapons. After the museum, we drove to the top of the town to look at the 16th century university and Collegiate Church of Our Lady of the Assumption, where we enjoyed spectacular views of the town in the sunset. For dinner, we had a few tapases and went to see the necropolis. The next morning, we had a quick Spanish breakfast at a restaurant in a hotel and then hit the road. This time, we chose to drive back to Gibraltar passing Ronda. This route through the mountains is quite beautiful, but very windy. We had lunch with our friends at the Banu Rabah Hotel in Benaraba village. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to explore the place, but I'm sure we will be back here one day. We safely returned to Gibraltar with no queue at the border. That's all, my dear friends. I hope you enjoyed the views and put beautiful Osuna in your list of must-see places. Thank you for watching and see you soon. Bye!